Good morning. I'm Alex from Fontaine Motors, and this is our really rather nice S4 Avant B9, a 3-litre petrol engine car, RF17NFZ, Daytona grey car, black leather interior with a panoramic sunroof, some lovely factory options, some quite rare ones actually that I'll show you key ones of as we work around. And we've also just carried out a black styling conversion on this car, a new radiator grille, body trims wrapped in black, and the factory wheels that come out of the factory in silver, now in two-tone. So I will show you around one panel at a time. I'll go in nice and close as I see things. I'll highlight any imperfections, defects as we go around the car. I'll show you some of the optional extras. But if you would like a detailed look at specification, if you visit fontaine.co.uk, you will find fully itemised spec and service records for this car. So, little general look over the front end there, and you'll see it presents very nicely. As I say, Daytona grey pearl, paint, fit, finish in really nice condition. But if I go in super close, there's a few small chips. No dents, no damage, no scratches, nothing that wants remedial work, but if you go really close, there are just some of those tiny imperfections. Headlights on the offside, lens is bright and clear, does have matrix LED headlamps on this car. Front bumper, fit, finish, paint, all look really good. But again, if you go in super close, you'll see there's the odd little chip. And yes, we do have adaptive cruise control on this car, quite a rare factory option. Radiator grille's brand new as part of our gloss black styling pack conversion. Near side headlamp lens, also lovely and bright and clear. As I say, matrix lights on this car. No damage or scuff slowed down. Looking down the near side of the car. So if I move my phone around a little, you can watch the reflections, but you see that everything is lovely and straight, aligns as it should. Paint looks great, no dents to mention. Near side front wheel, unmarked, for the reason that all four front wheels are unmarked, having just been refurbished. They've been sent off and done properly. They haven't had a quick touch up at the roadside or a smart repair type job. They are sent away, stripped, powder coated, diamond cut, clear coated, so they will be durable and stay looking good for a long time. Near side front tyre, you've got all 7mm of tread. That's very recent. All good down the sill, no damage there, just very light stone chipping on the leading edge behind the wheel. No damage on the door mirror. In fact, I'm not even sure you can see it. There's the faintest of marks on the lower unpainted section. But as I say, nothing that you'd call damage. Paint on near side front door looks good. I mean, I don't even think you can see those. There's pinhead stone chips and a very small number of them, but nothing I think you could complain about really. Near side front door panel there. So this car, black leather interior, contrast pale grey stitching, Alcantara on the door panels, factory carbon inlays, Bang & Olufsen speaker upgrade. Panoramic glass sunroof, I'll show you that working, and the full length electric blind when we get to the interior. Passenger seats in really nice condition, as you can see. Minimal wear on the leather. Let's just put that seat in the position ready for photos. Fully electric front seats on S4. That button there controls the massage function. So save myself a job just putting it back. Similar to the driver's seat, ready for pictures, and that one does the adjustable bolsters, backrest and massage function. Near side rear door there, just like the front. Bring your magnifying glass, you'll see minuscule marks, but looks really nice to my eye. View up and over the roof there, no dents, stains or damage. Panoramic glass sunroof. Near side rear door panel. Seat back with handy dandy storage pockets. There are some surface marks in the plastic on the seat backs. If you're at all familiar with Audis, with this style of seat, or you've watched any of my other videos, you'll be aware that that plastic is quite easy to mark. And being a family estate car, somebody's 5-year-old's feet have probably inflicted those upon it. 3-zone climate control in S4. Leather of the back seat is in good condition. If you, again, magnifying glass job, but you can see it's had a child seat or child seats in there resting on the leather. There are no cuts, dents or damage. Nothing is broken, but you can see, obviously it's a family estate car. Paint of the quarter panel, really nice. Near side rear wheel, unmarked. That tyre has got 6-7mm, again, that's very recent. Oh, I didn't show you brake discs. I'll do that quickly now. Rear disc, sorry, it's not focusing very well, but you see rear disc there has basically no lip at all. That's clearly very recent. And there is a small lip on the front disc, well, I would say decent life remaining in those. I am missing one centre cap for this car. I have one on order. Round to the back. No scratching around the handle. See the reverse camera peeping out there. Again, I'll show you that working when we're inside. Boot trims and carpets are in nice condition. Luggage net there. Load liner stays with the car, and that's clearly done a nice job protecting the boot carpet. You do get a spare wheel with S4. Electric tailgate. Rear bumper, very good, but if I go in super close, if you look really, really closely at the load lip, there's one nick centre screen now and just some very small marks. As I say, nothing unsightly, and it is a family estate car. A very fast and competent one, but a family estate car nonetheless. We do have some, as they all do pretty much, some light pitting on the shiny tailpipe trims. I do wish Audi would make those out of something more durable, but I think that complaint's going to fall on deaf ears. Again, nice and low. The offside now, you can see that the paint looks good. Fit and finish look good, and there's no dents for me to show you. Offside rear wheel, unmarked tyre, 6mm maybe, loads remaining. Quarter panel there, there is a, go close, that's what, 3 or 4mm, a chip there, just down and right of the fuel door. Talking of the fuel door, nice and clean in there. I do have a new string for the fuel cap, normal 95 RON unleaded for this engine. There's no requirement to use super. Quick opposite view over the roof. We've got a, is that a chip or a watermark? No, that's just a watermark. I thought that was a chip for a moment. Offside rear door, paint looks really nice. Door panel. Backrest. Back seat. Headrests present and correct. Sill all looks really good. Driver's door looks really good. There are just a couple of teeny tiny little chips on the handle there, maybe from someone's ring or a key. Focus. Focus. Door mirror looks good. I'll go a little slower around the area of the driver's seat, as you'd expect. Normally that would show the highest levels of wear, but there's really little on this car. Controls there for electric tailgate, electric folding door mirrors, as I say, carbon atlas inlays in this car. Flat bottom steering wheel, the leather on that looks lovely. That shows really minimal wear. It's not lost any colour, not scratched, leather's still satin in appearance, not waxy, not dirty. Driver's seat in very good condition indeed. Pop on it. Offside front wheel, guess what? Unmarked. Almost new tyre there, 7 odd millimetres of tread. 3-litre petrol turbo V6 unmodified. If you would like to see its service records, visit fontaine.co.uk, where you will find those fully itemised. Engine bay, as you can see there, lovely and clean and tidy. That's my very skilled valeter over there, Martin, who gets them looking absolutely gleaming. We shall start it up. 63,599 miles at the time of filming. Straight into a nice smooth idle, no warning lights, virtual cockpit on this car, all working as it should. Climate control blowing nice and cool already. It's not even 11 o'clock in the morning and already very toasty today. Climate control, ventilation system and interior all smell fresh. No indication of pets or smokers. Bluetooth with Bluetooth audio. European navigation. DAB digital radio. All your other music sources there. Smartphone interface, both with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so whatever music, communication, navigation apps you like all work really well. Whatever you're listening to should sound very nice, as we have Bang & Olufsen speaker upgrade. That was part of Comfort and Sound Pack that also included a reversing camera. Dum 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 dum, background lighting. Part of Light and Vision Pack was extended interior LED ambient lighting pack. You can mess around to have any combination of surface and line colours you like. I'm going to go bright pink with bright green. Lovely. And if I go into the drive select controls, obviously you've got all the normal looking bits there. But this car is fitted with damper control, adjustable suspension, a really rare option on these, but actually works very nicely. And it sorts itself out well in the auto mode, really nicely, gives you a subtle improvement in ride quality. Comfort on the dampers does give you a tangibly softer ride, particularly noticeable on the motorway. It's a very refined car at speed anyway. But with the slightly softer suspension, it's a superb cruiser of a car. And pairing that with adaptive cruise control, seriously easy and relaxing car to do distance in. They're surprisingly good on fuel. I mean, part of that is having quite a tall 8th gear ratio, but on the motorway, if you're keeping speeds sensible, the engine's doing very little. They're very quiet inside. It's a petrol V6, inherently quite a smooth and balanced thing. And even on normal unleaded, as I say, there's no requirement to use super in this car. They're not set up for it, so it's just normal 95 is fine. 35 miles per gallon is pretty easy to do at speed. And if you're really smooth, 40 is absolutely within reach. And then other little bits as well. Obviously, if you do then switch the suspension into dynamic mode, just sharpens up slightly body control and steering response. Panoramic glass sunroof, so that's the blind all the way open. That's the roof in the tilt position. It's nice and smooth and quiet in operation. And I'll show you the blind coming back over there as well. So if it's a bright day and the sun's a little bit much, you can hide it away. And there we go, back around. I do hope you found that video to have been helpful. If that has brought a question to mind, if you'd like to discuss a part exchange, if I've missed something, you'd like to arrange a visit in person, or some of my nonsense didn't make sense, do of course reach out directly. Thank you very much indeed.